Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Today, I'm joined by my good friend, longtime friend Jamie. Jamie, how you doing, man?
Very good. Good to be here.
Thank you ever so much for joining us today, Jamie. Today, we've got a couple of topics we want to speak about. Obviously, we're a week away from the release of Battle Styles, which is the latest set in the Pokemon trading card game. We have some Battle Styles products here that you might notice that we'll be cracking open. Talking a little bit about the set and also the events of the past week, which I don't know about you, man, but a week in Pokemon right now kind of feels a little bit like a lifetime at certain points.
Yeah, definitely. Aye, it's just one thing after another. It seems.
Certainly does, man. We're getting closer, or at least we think we're getting closer to the UK release of the Hidden Fates Trainer Box reprint as well. That's something that's kind of coming up. So hopefully, over the course of this, that's maybe something that we can talk a little bit as well too. So to crack it all open, Battle Styles. Here we go. The brand new set. We have a Balden Battle Box. These contain 4 packets. You also get a 23 card evolution pack, which contains 1 of 4 unique foil promo cards. Any additional thought or any first thoughts, I guess, on Battle Styles from what you've seen so far, or anything you're particularly looking for in these packs?
What I've seen, I've only seen a couple of folk open them, and it seems like it is kind of hard pull rate. So it's interesting. I don't know if that's because it's getting compared right now with Shining Fates at the same
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
or if it
absolutely.
generally is an actual really hard pull rate.
I think that's kind of Shining Fates effect. I think how it's kind of been called a little bit. You're coming from a special set, which by nature has, I think it was about 1 in 2 possibly the pull rate for that to get like something above a regular holo card. So there's certainly that element to it. You're coming from that set, you're coming to this, and the pull rate is going to be a lot lower by nature of it. So definitely it will be interesting to see across, because I think we've got 15 packs in total here. We've got 12 of these packs, and then we've got, is it 3 in here? Yeah,
Four, I think.
4. Wow, okay, so we've got 16 packs. That'll do. So we've essentially got almost half a booster box, two boosters away from half a booster box. So hopefully we get something fairly decent in this. But tell you what, we'll crack this open and see what we've got going on. Other news this week: Cosmic Eclipse, the supposed reprints. UK reprint exclusive, or was it a European exclusive reprint of Cosmic Eclipse, has been cancelled. Very unfortunate. Hugely popular set, and the prices for that set as well were absolutely incredible lately. Some of the cards are completely desirable, and people we have a Cherim promo card. So the promos that we can get in this were a Houndoom, a Cherim, a Bronzong, and what was the fourth one? Octillery was the fourth. So we got a Cherim this time. And just a
The
standard
shrub.
sort of sheet. Yeah, Shrub did. Although I do quite like these sorts of marks. I'm not too fussed on that. First time around I did get a Houndoom. So that, I guess that was kind of like the chase one everyone's going for. Looking at our checklist, it looks like I have 163 cards over the course of this battle styles set. So I'll keep this to the side just for the moment. We'll kind of go back to that as we're going along. So this is it. This is all our packs now. Just mix them up. Probably just split them up by art set. How about that? And then we'll see what we've got. Is there any cards that have stood out to you that you've seen in this set that are kind of ones that you'd like to add to your collection? Or
Um, to be honest, no, not really. I mean, I don't really open much new stuff. I'm mainly selling my old stuff, but I like watching people open and see what they get and see what they kind of chase for. Because I know Leonhardt, for example, he was after the alternative art Tyranitar,
yeah,
and
yeah, man.
he's got it twice already.
Lucky for
It's like
some,
one
right?
a few days into it, he's already got 2 of them.
Yeah, no, that's crazy, dude. Set's not out yet, and he's starting with 2 of those things. For me, in my opinion, for me, that is the chase card in the set that I'm really looking for, is that Tyranitar alternate art. I think there's an Empoleon alternate art as well, which I think would be really cool. But if I was to choose one of the two, it'd probably be that Tyranitar over the Empoleon.
Mm-hmm. I think there's a
Uh,
couple of golden cards as well.
oh, is there? Wow, I didn't actually realize that. Um, that'd be pretty cool, actually. I really do like the golden cards. Right, where should we start off? You're the guest man, you can decide. So we've got, by the looks at the pile of these ones, Urshifa's. Oh, there's a Tyranitar there. Okay, I'm wrong. And there's a Napoleon. Right, so, okay, so that's about even, actually. But yeah, take your pick, man. Whatever one you want to start with. Pile 1 to 4.
Let's go for Tyranitar first.
T-Tar. Okay, let's do it. This is the big one. This is juicy stuff. So, any thoughts on the supposed Cosmic Eclipse reprint, which was happening and wasn't happening, and now we don't know whether it is happening? Last I heard, there was Steam Decks or something like that on their way to the UK. I mean, I don't really know what that's all about.
All right, I didn't hear about that, but yeah, it's gutting that it's not coming. I mean, because they promised, oh, we're going to try and beat scalpers, we're going to reprint old sets that are in high demand or wanting more of it back, but then cancelling those ones for whatever reason. And then, from what I've seen, there's not been an official statement of why.
Meow, Minifu, and Octillery. Okay, so that's another way the promos that's available in the Balden Battle Box. Slightly different art, I believe. But so a Hollow Octillery to start off this opening. But no, I agree with you. I think that it's one thing. I think the purpose of why they've maybe cancelled it isn't necessarily a bad thing. I kind of get that there's a lot of product people want right now. You know, like product in general is not an easy thing to get hold of. I think where the issue probably lies in this case is the transparency and, you know, the reason why they've done it. I don't think that's been clear enough. I know we've had that tweet from Pokemon they mentioned previously, you know, about, you know, printing more product, it's coming, you know, just be patient. But, you know, to then kind of go and say, okay, we're reprinting this set. Oh, wait, no, we're not. Yeah, it doesn't give off a good vibe, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the only way I kind of found out was hearing from distributors is like, why do we not hear this directly from them?
Yeah.
And obviously, yeah, I understand if it's for whatever reason because COVID's going on, and or if it's a case where American distributors have swept up all the kind of stock that was going to be getting made, but it's once again Europe getting shafted.
Yeah, it certainly feels that way. I mean, I know the US have their own problems and things like that. Like, I'm glad we don't have to go to like a Walmart, you know, and there's like one guy with like a trolley full of you know, products, and like, you know, you've got no chance. But
have you seen those videos of like a queue of folk being waiting there for like 4 hours waiting for
like people
someone to
waiting
come out and
for,
stop
like,
the shelves and then just go for it, like Black Friday, but in one aisle.
It's, I mean, as crazy as things are over here, and, you know, I would stress to anyone that's US based right now that things are pretty, you know, they are pretty crazy. I mean, we're in Scotland right now. Here in Scotland, we're not actually allowed to leave to go anywhere other than essential shops, supermarkets. So even, you know, local card stores, we cannot go to those right now. We are solely relying on the internet for product. So it is, you know, it is a really weird time, man. But yeah, over there in the States, so get a Zubat Hollow is like a completely different story. Damn,
Nice.
Single Strike Urshifu.
It's a big hench boy.
That is a pretty cool card.
And I do love the colours.
Absolutely, man. That's deserving of a penny sleeve. I always get nervous at this about putting them in these sleeves, you know that, just in case you kind of... Oh, that was a clean. That went in clean.
Put a wee dent in the top or something.
Oh, dude. Have a quick look at the cards. So the centering slightly off to the right there. It's heavy on the right. Top to bottom, bottom heavy a little bit. I mean, it's not too bad. I think one thing that I actually meant to touch on in this video that we've not mentioned so far is the print quality in comparison to the previous sets. Because I don't know how you feel, Jamie, but some of the previous print quality, in my eyes, has been, yeah, pretty horrible, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I've been watching Matt Colley open Shining Fates, and the amount of silver in and just little marks and dents, and people are paying a ridiculous amount of money for it anyway, and then they open it and it's in crap condition.
Yeah, I mean, even the packs, like, you know, I know it's kind of gone back a little bit, but Champion's Path as well. Like those physical packs were terrible. That might be something that we could revisit sooner rather than later. That's it. But
like, did they change the way they printed them, or did they just cut corners? Or
I mean, my theory behind it, and I guess that is only a theory, is that when Champions Path would have been printed, it would have been pretty much, the start of the pandemic. I think they would have had limited materials what they could print with. Oh, Rapid Strike Urshiva V card. It's quite nice. So yeah, I think at the start of it, I think it's probably just a case of less staff or whatever, limited resources, and they've just, tried to get all this product out to meet demand, and it's just kind of went to the, you know,
Yeah, but
it's
then
not
they've
worked out quite
charged
well.
the same amount or even more than usual.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like right now, you're paying more money for a product of less quality, which is like, it's quite ridiculous when you think about it. And again, this is something that with the Hidden Face Elite Trainer box, I was super worried about, was I'd seen so many of the American print run. The second print in America, they had black marks on them. They had, really bad quality printing. And to me, I was pretty worried that, you're paying more for this product, and as a result, you're getting, you know, substandard cards essentially for, a pretty high price point.
Mm-hmm.
But I spoke to a few people that have opened some today actually. And they were really happy with their cards. Their cards look quite nice. So there is kind of some hope actually that maybe they're not as bad as we first anticipated.
Yeah, if there's going to be a new batch, then that batch might be better quality, or they've taken more time on
Beetle
quality control.
and Slowbro. Fingers crossed. Like, I do hope that they've got to the stage now where they have started, looking at these things and, spending a lot more time on
Yeah.
the actual manufacturing stage, because it's like,
They've been printing obviously battle styles at the same time, but from what I've seen, they seem to be a lot better condition.
yeah,
So I really don't understand what's changed, if it's a different factory or what that they're doing it at.
that's a good point, man. Because I mean, some of the centering's been off in these so far, but for the most, even
It's all
Vivid
the time,
Voltage,
really.
like Vivid Voltage straight out the packet, they had white marks all over them. That set was pretty bad as well, and I mean that was a good set. That was a very popular set, sold out even now. Not easy to get Vivid Voltage products. 2 seconds, I'll just go check. Go. Yeah, not easy to get Vivid Voltage products, but it's like Minshow. Can't say that. Right, so we have, how many have we got left? We're down to 4. We're down to 7. So we got about 10 packets left. Not halfway through yet.
Got a few pulls there.
Yeah, we're doing pretty well. So we've got 2 of these left. Or we've got 1 Tyranitar pack, 3 of these left, 3 Empoleons. So I guess we'll start opening Empoleon.
Aye.
I'll keep
Do
one
you
art
like
set
seeing the
left
code
today.
card?
Code card?
I mean, do you not try and hide
I
it
see
from
what you
yourself? So now we know who's got something good.
Vivid Voltage was probably. I like seeing it in Vivid Voltage because it purely didn't matter. You could still get Amazing Rare, so it wasn't
Yeah.
isn't the end of the pack if you see like the green code card. These ones are slightly different. Yeah, it's not great. You kind of know that something's not there or could be there. Pancham. Oh, Luxury.
Nice.
Put that in a little sleeve. Yeah, I don't know, man. It kind of. Not so much in this set. Vivid Voltage, it probably didn't bother me so much, but in this set, yeah, it's probably nice to try to avoid the code card. Urshiva pack.
I'm quite disappointed with the quality of like hollows, like compared to the old stuff. Even the kind of design of the cards. So I was sorting through some old E-series stuff to start selling on eBay, and even like not just the picture, but just the art design of the card, the yellow border and the wee E's, the series
absolutely.
symbol and that. They just really changed it different. I mean, now from what I see, they just look quite modern and dull and lacking most of the time. There's not much going on.
I think there's certainly kind of going back to the E-series cards. I think they're starting to almost come into their own price wise. A lot of them recently, as you're probably well aware, have started to, come up in price, and I think that kind of. I don't think that says much about the cards themselves. I think it's just kind of the market sometimes is quite strange. I think there's lots of cards out there that until certain YouTubers make videos on them, people don't want them. And
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's no grand market on the value that it's kind of directed by
yeah,
YouTubers, and
yeah,
then the market will arrive for it.
yeah. I mean, there's an expression that I use. Jumping on a moving boat. That's essentially what it is. If you, which is ironic because here we are on YouTube doing this video, but I mean, if you're trying to jump on a card,
YouTube.
If you're jumping on a card after seeing a YouTube video, chances are it's too late. I think that's just the nature of it. And our lucky. I think you do kind of have to ask if people are, saying these cards are worth this amount of money. What's in it for them? Is there some sort of what are they going to get out of it? Is there an incentive for them to promote cards of a certain value, if that makes any sense? I'm not saying it's always the case. I'm sure there's people out there that are probably just trying to help out and stuff, but to a certain extent, there's that element of, what is this card actually worth, and why is it some cards, can look a lot cooler than others or have a nice art design or a unique art design, but their value doesn't match, something that's maybe a little more, I don't know, basic, is that the word?
Mm-hmm.
From an art perspective, anyway.
It depends on the YouTuber, how they react as well, because obviously you've got people like, what's the Australian guy? Not Max. I love Max, but he like falls off his chair and he refuses to swear and curse, which irritates me. Oh my god!
Damn, man, Bruno Rainbow Rare.
Bruno Mars
is a lot more ripped than I expected them to be.
Jesus.
Right, let's get this in a sleeve. This is the nervous part here, man.
So that's the rainbow one.
It's a Rainbow Rare Bruno.
Nice.
That is a pretty sweet card, man. I really wish I knew whether this came out of our single packets or whether this was the Build and Battle box. But
I should have marked it.
Yeah. I mean, there's only one way to find out, and that's getting a second Rainbow Rare, because that will tell us that we got one for the packets and one for the Build and Battle box. But yeah. Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I'd say that's the pull of the bunch so far.
Definitely.
Oh, that's sweet. Right, so we're down to 6 packets here. We'll get these 2 cracked open, and then that'll give us one of each art form. Battle styles, yeah, I mean, it's kind of, I think we're doing alright here. There's some really nice artwork, but in terms of the set itself, I don't know how you feel about this, but I've got a feeling it's kind of aimed more towards the, shall we say, serious TGC player, as opposed to the collector, if you will.
Yeah, well, I think that's why they're going to release it at the same time as Shining Fates, maybe. Because I know it's what is it, the new strategy and all this sort of stuff in the actual card game mechanics.
Yeah, the whole
which I don't really follow or know, but yeah, so obviously that is bring up hype for them rather than just the collectible series.
No, I'm with you on that one, man. I think it's, in a way, I think it's a good set, but I don't think it'll come into its own until tournaments start reopening, and the kind of competitive standpoint of Pokemon starts reopening again, because I think there's probably a lot of cards here, maybe even some that we've opened so far, that are usable from a competitive place, but maybe as a collector's item, it might not be something that at this moment a collector's after, if that makes any sense. The way I think of it is, I think it's the correct set in the correct place at the wrong time, because I think it's a good set. I think it has its purpose. I think the issue it has is, I think Australia, New Zealand have started reopening tournaments and things like that. But as far as I'm aware, like, those are the only countries that those are going ahead. So it's like the 2-year window of these cards being legal in tournaments is ticking already, and no one can use them yet, or a very small amount of people can use them yet.
Yeah.
But hey,
I mean, do they still do physical ones, or do they not do it digitally now? Or the actual?
I think that there is digital competitions. I don't know how that works in terms of your deck and whatnot, because obviously if people have went out and invested in their decks, or bought the cards for their decks, how that would put them in stand of whether they'd have to go into the online game and they would have to put those decks together again. That's a good question, actually. I'm really not sure how that works.